Hello and welcome to Collision Repair's Industry Insider podcast. I am your host, Gideon Scanlon, editor of Collision Repair. On this week's special episode, we discuss the labour shortage in Canada's collision sector. Over the course of the past 2 decades, the collision industry has seen an overall decrease in the number of labourers, despite the fact that their standard of living and rates of pay have been increasing at the same time. One solution that is frequently proposed and more frequently misunderstood is the idea of importing capable repairers in from other parts of the world. Here to discuss how foreign temporary worker programs could benefit the industry and some of the barriers to hiring foreign workers is Jeffrey Boyington. Jeffrey is the Vice President of Business Development at Job Alliance, an organization that helps recruit, screen, and hire high-skilled workers for many sectors, including the auto collision repair market. This week, Jeffrey spoke with our own Sam Haupt to discuss the position of foreign workers in Canada's collision industry.
So, Jeffrey, tell us a bit about yourself and your work with Job Alliance in conjunction with Fix Auto.
I'm the business development manager here at Job Alliance. Now I'm recruiting temporary foreign workers for a Fix Auto owner and his partner. I'm part of a very dynamic team that offers the right recruit a chance for a job in a great country like Canada. Eric Poulin and Eric Fortin formed Job Alliance to address the current shortage of high-skilled workers in the automotive collision repair market.
So could you explain what a foreign temp worker is?
A temporary foreign worker is a man or woman from another country who has been given the opportunity to work and live in Canada for 24 months. There are low-skilled workers that Canadians bring in, and there are high-skilled workers that Canadians can bring in. And at Job Alliance right now, our focus is on the high-skilled worker in the automotive sector who is looking to become a Canadian citizen. They are attached to you. They work at your place of business for 24 months. That work permit is assigned to you and to them. They cannot go down the street looking for another job. So that means no turnover. The TFW is treated as any other Canadian citizen and employee while they work to obtain their permanent resident status. And this is a pathway to Canadian citizenship. So this is our mandate, and this is our goal here at Job Alliance, to recruit, integrate, and retain not only a great worker, but a future Canadian.
How could foreign temp workers be an effective way to alleviate the current labor shortage we're seeing in the collision repair industry?
Temporary foreign workers are not only a great way to alleviate the shortage of labor that we face here in Canada right now, it's on its way to being the only way. It's no longer a question of whether or not we can afford to import temporary foreign workers. It's now down to, can we afford not to? This problem is not going to be solved overnight and will for a time be the only way Canada can maintain a proper pool of workers and maintain its competitive footing, not just locally, but worldwide.
So, Jeffrey, what are some misconceptions you feel some people may have regarding foreign temp workers in the industry?
Recently, I heard a political party candidate calling the temporary foreign worker program in Canada modern-day slavery. I was encouraged to see that the candidate had to retract that statement after quite a significant protest from the business community locally and across Canada. Another misconception in the business community is that we're taking away jobs from Canadian citizens that could do the job. And the government goes to great lengths to determine whether or not we are indeed taking a job away from a properly qualified candidate. And they do a 17-week labor market impact assessment, which is quite rigorous.
Are there any final key points regarding foreign temp workers you feel as though we haven't touched upon yet?
Almost any company or family or individual can bring in a TFW these days if you qualify to. And there are many companies that have done the process on their own, and they found it to be quite expensive with the hiring of immigration lawyers and immigration consultants, travel costs, and the endless paperwork. So it's hard to navigate through all the bureaucratic red tape. And if you make a mistake, it can delay the worker's arrival, or worse, you have to start the process again. So I've read and I've heard the stories online and offline, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So most companies are now turning to reputable recruiting agencies like like us at Job Alliance. And so, if you've exhausted every avenue to find someone local, certainly give us a call.
That was Jeffrey Boyington of Job Alliance. That's also all for us today at Industry Insider. Next week, we look at another approach one major organization is taking to tackle Canada's shortage of qualified repairers, BMW. Collision Repair's Industry Insider is brought to you by Media Matters. It was created by Elizabeth Sargent, Ellen Smith, and Gideon Scanlon. It is produced by Sam Haupt and written by Alison Rogers, Sam Haupt, and Gideon Scanlon.